Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum everyone. I hope all of you are doing great. This is your coach Tehreem Tariq here from the platform of Viversity.org and vjob.org, and I cordially welcome all of you in your new live session of content writing class. And this session is also going to be a second part of the lecture that we discussed yesterday, and that was all about how to start content writing. In yesterday's class, if we have a quick recap about it, in yesterday's class, we discussed about the tools, the gadgets, and the skills that you require as a content writer. Then, in today's session, we will discuss about how to select your niche whenever you are going to start your content writing, because it is a prior step. Na? So, whenever you are starting doing content writing, and whenever you are thinking about to become a content writer, first of all, you have to select. You have to be more privileged about your niche. So first of all, you have to select your niche in accordance with your interest. Then you are going to pursue ahead as a content writer, because when what is a kind of niche is a kind of interest. So whenever we have interest in a certain kind of thing, we do it in a way far more better as compared to the non-interested ones. So for example, if I assign you a kind of job that is not of your expertise, that is not of your interest, then how you are going to do that job, na? So that is the same thing that is applicable over here as a content writer. So whenever you start becoming a content writer, whenever you think about it to pursue further in the field of content writing, you first of all you have to select your niche. So in today's video we will learn that how to select your niche, and in order to get the jobs of content writing after becoming a professional content writer, after learning all the tools, all the skills of content writing, all the strategies of becoming a content writer, then from where you have to start is you have first of all you have to select your niche. For example, my niche is education as a content writer. So whenever I'm going to do content writing, whenever I'm going to pursue further in the field of content writing, I will write about the education includes a lot of topics in it, a lot of subtopics in it. So this niche is further subdivided into several kind of niche. For example, I can do academic writing. I can do, if I am doing blog writing, I will be more inclined towards education. So more precisely, if I say on viversity.org, if I'm working as a content writer over here, so I will work in the field of skill based education. So education is basically my niche. So there are so many topics and subtopics, and we can divide it over and over again and again whenever we are selected in a certain kind of niche. So in today's video we will learn that we have the direction, we have the right direction of content writing, that we are going to start our career as a content writer. But from where to start, and whenever you want to start, you have to first of all select your niche. Then all the things, all the strategies, all the skills of content writing comes after that particular field of interest. Okay. So after selecting your niche, then you have to go ahead and you have to research about that particular niche, that what are the trending topics in that niche, what are the trending keywords of that niche, what are people are currently talking about in that particular niche, what people are typically searching in that particular niche. For example, there are some students who are more inclined towards writing about pets, animals. So they have to search about search the more trending topics in that particular niche. So it depends completely on your niche, that how you are going ahead in the field of content writing, and how much professional content writer you are going to become. So it completely depends on your interest, it completely depends on your niche. Skills, tools, gadgets, each and everything comes after that. So each and everything is playing a role in becoming a professional content writer, in becoming a kind of qualified content writer. But everything comes after that. First of all, what things matters a lot is your niche. So you have to be more vigilant about that, you have to be more interested in that niche. So select your niche in accordance with your interest. So for example, I quoted the two examples over here, that for example, I am interested in writing about education, so I am more inclined towards writing blogs about educations. I can write proposals about education, I can write newsletters about education. So education is a kind of typical niche where what I am currently selecting, and it is the most kind of evergreen niche, as we all if we all consider it as an example, it is a kind of evergreen field. So whenever whatever happens, education is not going to incline in this digital world as well as in the upcoming digital world, but the niche of education is evolving day by day. For example, in the past, people were not more inclined towards skill based education, but the niche has evolved itself, and now people are more inclined towards writing about the skill based education. So this is an evolvement in my kind of niche. If you are selecting another kind of niche, for example, if you are more interested in writing about pets, if you are more interested in writing about health, if you are more interested in writing about kind of accessories, even accessories is a kind of niche. Even if you are more interested in writing about cooking, it is another kind of niche. So there is an evolution procedure in every type of niche, but it completely depends on you, that how you are evolving yourself in accordance with your niche. For example, I said earlier that in the past, when I selected my niche, that I am going to pursue further as a content writer in this field of in the field of education. And I used to write research articles, review articles, and thesis materials for some students. I used to write assignments for students, and this is how I started my career as a content writer. Then with the passage of time, when I joined viversity.org, I evolved myself in the niche of skill based education. First of what I was doing in the past, I was doing kind of technical mode of education, but right now what I am writing about in my niche is about skill based education. So I hope you all are getting my point. And so, okay, so I am receiving some kind of comments over here in the chat box. I have not just shared my screen yet. I am just discussing it in general with you people, so that when I share my screen, then we will discuss about it in accordance with the theoretical format. So I have not shared any screen, so please don't you guys get curious about it. Focus on what I am saying right now, okay? So we were talking about the niche, exactly. So when I was discussing about my career, that when I joined as a content writer, I was not a professional content writer. I was not used to of doing a kind of blog writing, a kind of SEO writing. I was not used to of it na. So I used to write kind of assignments, I used to write research articles for the people, I used to write a kind of review articles, thesis materials, assignments. I used to create presentations on different softwares like Canva, PowerPoint, and some other as well. So I used to do such kind of content writing. That is another type of content writing, and we will discuss at the end of this curriculum, like this is what we call academic writing. So I used to do that now. When I joined university.org, I pursue further as in my niche as the skill based education, for the skill based education. So I evolved myself in accordance with that. So after that, right now currently we are discussing about niche, so I would request all of you to please select your niche today, because when you are going to practice about your content. So some of you were asking yesterday that, ma'am, from where should we start doing content writing? I know in start we all face a lot of kind of problem, that is what we call a kind of content block. If we, in the term of content writing, if in the aspect of content writing, if I say that kind of hesitation, we call it as the content block. We do not know that from where to start, what to write. So I do suggest all of my students that start writing about yourself. Do not think about anything else in start, when you are in start. But then after writing, after 2 or 3 or a kind of like five practice sessions about writing about yourself, write about your friend, write about your family. When you get in a kind of practice for writing up the content on daily basis, then select your niche and start writing, start searching about the trending topics in your niche. For example, if someone is more interested, as I said, is more interested in writing about health and yoga kind of blogs now, so try to search the trending topics in that particular niche. So when you are going to search trending topics, so what exactly you are doing the keyword research on Google, and you are if you are searching for the trending topics on Google, that means you are doing keyword research by the help of validated method. That is the most common method, we all do it on daily basis. We are not going to say it as the keyword research, but we all are doing keyword research on daily basis, and we do not have even idea about that currently we are doing the keyword research. So first of all, start writing. First of all, you have to overcome the hesitation of writing something. Start writing about yourself, start writing about your family, start writing about your brother, mother, friend, etc. No one is going to judge you about that, but please start writing. Whenever you are supposed to become a content writer, start practicing your content. Okay, then decide your niche. And how you are going to decide your niche, we will discuss next when I am going to share my screen. Then how you are going to select your niche, we will discuss in the later of this session. But then after selecting your niche, start searching about your niche. That, for example, search on Google that what are the trending niche nowadays. Choose one of them and start writing in that particular niche, and do your practice on daily basis. I'm not saying that write about a kind of 1000, 2000, 6000 words. No, just write about kind of 250 to 500 words, but with right synonyms, right keywords on the trending topic. Then this is the right direction for you to work as a content writer, to work as to start your career as a professional content writer. That this is the particular kind of direction for you to pursue further as a content writer. I hope you all are clear about this concept, that first of all you have to overcome the hesitation of writing content. For example, if to one of you I assigned a task of creating a short video, and you were saying that, ma'am, I created a lot of attempts, but I deleted all of them because I was hesitating in that particular concept. So I know we all do face a lot of content block in start, but then what we have to do is we have to overcome that particular hesitation. And after overcoming that hesitation, we are going to flourish ahead in the field of content writing. Okay, now I'm just starting sharing my screen. Then we will discuss about the points that you have to follow in order to select your niche. And today you all have to decide about by following those points, you all have to decide that what is the particular niche in which I am going to pursue ahead as a content writer. And in that particular niche, you must know about how to write blogs, how to write newsletters, how to write proposals, how to write social media post in that particular niche, and how to write all kinds of content writing, how you can do all kinds of content writing in that particular niche. So your niche must be very versatile in terms of the characteristics, so that you can proceed ahead in that particular niche without any kind of hesitation. Okay, so be careful and try to listen all these strategies and points in order to understand, in order to decide in the kind of niche in which you are going to pursue further. Because when I'm going to assign you all the practical projects, you have to write in your kind of niche. Okay, so I do always say that being a content writer, you have to practice about your content, rather than just reading all the contents theoretically. So you have to practice about your content. So how to decide writing niche as a content writer, what are the main aspects about it, and what are the strategies to decide a niche as a content writer. Okay, Some writing niche such as technology, medicine, travel require years of experience to properly understand the market and cultivate expertise in set subjects. Brainstorm your list based on your experiences. So सबसे पहले तो आप लोगों ने क्या करना है? You all have to make up a list of all your interest. For example, you are interested in traveling, write it on number one. Then you are interested in cooking, write it on number second. Then if you are interested in maintaining your health, you are interested in yoga, and you are interested in setting up the diet charts, diet plans, etc. So you try to prioritize your niche, try to prioritize your interest first of all. For example, if you are a parent who uses cloth diapers, it is not a stretch to write about parenting and eco-friendly products. So this is how you are going to convert your interest in a professional niche of content writing. Okay, so I hope you all are getting my point, that what is niche. Niche is basically all about your interest, in which you are interested. Right, start writing about that particular niche. That can be of traveling, that can be of medicine, that can be of a kind of cooking, health, education, etc. These all are the kind of niche. For example, here are some types of niche that you can proceed ahead. For example, somehow whenever you start writing, you have to write about the product reviews, and in this way you all have to be very selected about your niche. For example, my kind of person is more interested in cosmetics always. I love cosmetics, so whenever I would like to pursue ahead, instead of education, I will be more inclined towards cosmetic products, and I'm going to write product reviews for website. I'm going to write blogs on cosmetic websites. I'm going to write a kind of SEO copywriting for some websites that are related to cosmetics. So you have to be known about all the things that you have to proceed ahead in a kind of particular niche. For example, you are going to write social media post for a website which is related to cosmetics. So you know that how to do social media, how to write social media content. Then you are going to after selecting your niche, then you will flourish ahead as a content writer, and you can write each and everything, each and every kind of content that is what is the requirement of a client. Then you can also write about lifestyles. You can also write about there are some certain website that answers a kind of questions like how to's, how these are all are the kind of niche that you have to select and pursue further as a content writer. So what are the major strategies, what are the major steps that you people require to follow as a content writer in order to decide and select your niche? First of all, identify your interest. Consider topics that are genuinely passionate, you are passionate about, and writing about subjects that you enjoy will make the writing process more enjoyable and improve the quality of your work. With the passage of time, I always say that content writing is a kind of learning process that goes throughout the life. You are going to evolve on daily basis as a content writer. Your content is going to evolve on daily basis. So consider a topic, start writing about that particular topic. In start, if you are facing any kind of content block, there is no one to judge you na. In start, no one is going to argue with you that you have written this in a wrong way. No one is going to judge you. So start writing from today onward. You can also proceed ahead as a content writer if you do not want to work right now on laptops, and if desktops are not available, try to write on your memo pads, try to write on your notebooks. Just with a pen and having a notebook, start writing about something. If you are sitting somewhere, for example, if you are traveling with some people, try to observe people, that what people are doing and what people are more interested about right now, and what is in trend in among the people. Then you are going to have an idea about what to write. Okay, so start observing people, and that will make your content more evolved with the passage of time. Then comes second strategy, assess your expertise. After analyzing your interest, Like after writing and making a checklist of your interest, that I am interested in traveling, I'm interested in observing about about the lifestyle of people, I am interested in writing about health, yoga, cooking, etc. So these all are your interests. Make a checklist of your interest first of all. Then start assessing your expertise. Then comes your expertise. You have to decide about your experiences and expertise. For example, I am saying that my niche is education, and when I started was what my expertise are in. My expertise are in academic writing. So your interest is something else, your expertise are something else. Your expertise are those in which you have worked previously. Determine areas where you have knowledge, experience, and expertise. Writing about topics you are knowledgeable about will showcase your expertise and enhance your credibility as a content writer. Research the market demands. Then comes the third strategy. After deciding all the after making a checklist of all your interest and expertise, then you are going to select a particular topic, then you are going to select a particular category of your interest, then you are going to research on that particular category. For example, if I am interested in education and my particular niche is education, I am currently I am writing about skill based education. So I am prioritizing all the subcategories of education. So currently I am working in the skill based education, so I will be more inclined towards skill based education, and I will start searching about skill based education in a certain market. So this is how you have to prioritize things. You are not going to write in all the categories of your interest. No, you have to prioritize at some point. That, for example, it also depends on the project that you are currently getting. For example, you are getting a project of a website that is related to cosmetics, so your niche will automatically change, and currently you have to work as a content writer who is more inclined towards cosmetics. So this is how your niche is going to evolve, and you have to be very flexible and accessible in accordance with your niche. Explore popular niches and determine the demand for content in those areas. Analyze trends in industry news and online forums to understand what topics are currently in demand. So I am assigning all of you a task for today. This task is something other than your submissions. Please do not confuse that with the submission, that ma'am I have to do submission, but I have not uh, researched about the tasks you assigned us, so that is why I'm not adding submission. So please, this is something else in addition to your submission. I am assigning you all a task that you all have to search the trending niche nowadays on Google, and then you have to make a list. You all are going to make a separate list of your niche. Then you all have to send me and that particular document. It depends on you that how you want to send me on my email address. If you want my email address, I will mention it in the group as well. And if you want it to share with me as a Google document, you are more than welcome, and I would suggest all of you to please create Google documents and then share it with me as well, so that I may get all the information on a single note. Okay. So this is your task. You all have to search the trending niche in accordance with your interest as well, in accordance with your expertise as well, on Google right now, right after this session. Okay. Then comes consider your targeted audience. Think about the type of audience that, for example, you are done with selecting your niche, you are done with selecting your interest, you are done with making a checklist of your interest, and you are done with researching about a certain subcategory of your interest. Then what you have to do is you have to consider the targeted audience of that particular niche, that what is the targeted audience of that niche, and what are the trending topics in that particular targeted audience. So then you have to start working as a content writer. Think about the type of audience you want to reach and what their interest might be. Catering your writing to a specific audience can help you establish your brand and attract relevant clients. Then evaluate your competition. So what we do always research on, we do research on the two aspects as a content writer. First of all, we have to research about the topic, then we have to research about the targeted audience, and then we have to research about our competitors, that in that particular case, in that particular topic, what our competitors are writing right now. Then we are going to proceed ahead for writing our kind of content. Then, after evaluating competition, research other content writers in your desired niche, assess the competition to understand if it is oversaturated or if there is room for writers to thrive. For example, if you are selecting a certain niche that is already a very kind of competitive niche, and there are so many successful competitors that are currently working in that particular niche, that means that particular niche is oversaturated, and you will have to take a lot of time to get success in that particular niche. Try to move from that particular niche immediately. If you are thinking like that, this niche is oversaturated, move from that particular niche right away and select another one. There are so many niche, and it doesn't matter that you have to select a certain niche and that is already oversaturated, and now you are going to take more and more time as a content writer to pursue success in that particular niche. Then comes experiment and diversify. Don't be afraid to try writing in different niche to explore what resonates with you and what generates the most interest. And as I said earlier, I quoted my personal experience that I resonated myself in the field of content writing. I resonated with several different kind of niche, and I decided after so many experiments and after so many practicals, when I got work from the site of university.org, then I decided that my niche is education and I'm going to pursue ahead in the field of education. So what comes with success is a particular kind of niche for you people. So don't be afraid of trying writing in different niche to explore what resonates with you and what generates the most interest from clients and readers. Try that particular niche and go ahead with that in that particular niche. As you gain experience, you can identify which niche you excel in and focus on those. Then, last but not the least, seek feedback and track success of from your audience. Share your work with others and ask for the feedback to understand what resonates with your audience. For example, I am let us quote another example over here. I had to present a kind of poster in my educational career, and I was creating poster for the very first time, and it was a research poster. What I did was I created a poster in accordance with my mind map that I created for myself, and I sent that poster to my one of my best friend, and then I asked her to please analyze that poster critically and let me know all the weak points over here in the poster. And then I reviewed and re-reviewed that particular poster in a way that I got first position in that poster. So that is a kind of my personal experience I'm sharing with you people, that it matters a lot when you share your work with others and ask for the feedback to understand what resonates with your audience. Track the success of your content in terms of engagements, how much engagements you are currently getting on that particular blog, and try to share it on multiple social media platforms as well, and also try to share it in the groups of those that are particularly related to your niche. And client satisfaction to gauge effectiveness of your chosen niche. Remember, choosing right niche is a personal decision, and it may take time to find right fit for you people, but when it is going to work, it will worth it. Okay. So, continuously learning, adopting, and evolving your skills will contribute to your success as a content writer. And I do always say that content writing is an evergreen field, and it is a kind of field that is evolving day by day. So, being a content writer, you must have a flexible personality to evolve in accordance with the interest of your audience on day by day and with the passage of time. Okay, so that is all for today and this lecture. I hope you all are pretty much clear about how to select your niche, what are the skills, what are the tools, what are the strategies that are required to understand whenever you are just at the beginning point of becoming a content writer. Okay, so for your kind information, I am just skipping lecture number 3, that is sorry, lecture number 2, tools required for content writing. Over here you can have an idea about all these tools by just reading this concept, and we have discussed it already in the last session of lecture number 1 in detail, so I'm not going to again discuss it over and over again. So we will proceed next on lecture number 3, and that is going to be a practical demonstration of word processing software. Okay, so I hope you all are pretty much clear about the concept of how to start content writing, and I will be waiting for your submissions. I will be waiting for reviewing all the checklists that you are going to create for your niche, for deciding your niche. So that is all from my side, and I'm currently stopping sharing my screen, and I will add you all on stage. Then you are more than welcome to add your questions. We have last 10 minutes, then we will end up this session over here. Okay, so let me add all of you on stage first, then you are more than welcome to unmute your devices and ask questions. And also I want feedback from you people. Okay, so if you have any question, you are more than welcome to ask. And also, if you have any feedback regarding the topic, you are more than welcome to share.
मैम एंटरटेनमेंट में किस टाइप का कंटेंट राइटिंग किया जाता है?
Okay. Thank you so much, Madhya, for your question. And let me add, there are so many types of entertainments, and it depends on the platform that on which you are going to further proceed as a content writer. For example, if you are working as a content writer on Facebook, like there are so many entertainment kinds, and as I said, that you have to decide your niche. You have to decide that particular kind of interest that you have in which you are going to provide entertainment can be of any type, and it completely depends on the field and the platform on which you are going to pursue further as a content writer. Anyone else?
Assalamualaikum, ma'am.
Walaikum salam.
Ma'am, if we want to go on the blog writing,
Hmm.
then it will include on social media content writing.
Okay. Okay, let kindly please mute your mic. Okay. So your question was that if you are going to proceed ahead as a blog writer, either it is going to be a type of social media content writing. So yes, all the fields of content writing are interrelated with each other. Interrelated means if you are working as a blog writer, that is good to go. You can work as a blog writer, and everyone who is working on Facebook is another kind of blog. Everyone who is working on LinkedIn is another kind of blog, and anyone who is working on Quora, like it is another kind of blog writing. So all the fields of content writing are interrelated with each other. And for example, if you are using a WordPress blog page and you are writing blog page on the WordPress for a certain website or for yourself as well, you have to share it on social media. So you must know about all the major groups that are particularly related in accordance with your niche, and you have to share your content in that particular audience in accordance with your targeted audience. So yes, it is also a kind of social media content writing, but blog writing is something else, social media content writing is something else. But it is related to social media in terms of marketing, that you have to market your content on social media after writing up the blog. But if you talk about typical blog writing and social media content writing, these two are separate kind of content writing fields, and we will discuss in detail about that what is a blog, and you are going to write a blog, and what is social media content writing, how you are going to write content for the social media. These two are the different kinds of different kinds of content writing. But if we talk about that whether blog writing is also related to social media, it is related to social media, but in terms of marketing, you have to market your blogs, you have to market your content on social media as well, in order to get your organic audience, and in order to get reach on your certain kind of content. So if anyone have any question, please more than welcome. Otherwise, we have 4 minutes left. I have to end up this session. Okay, so now I am ending up the session over here. I would love to hear your feedback next time as well. If you do not have any question, you can share your feedback regarding that particular lecture as well. So see you in the next session. Till then, stay safe, stay great. Good luck.